What's good? It is your boy Bake, and today we're talking about a hot topic: screens versus left right cheese. We're gonna be talking about it on stream, but I wanted to drop this video before we stream. But before we do that, spam up the comments like Lockdown Gang in the comments below, and let me know which one is more OP, left right cheese, screens, or both left right cheese with screens. Y'all let me know in the comments below. So let's talk about it. There's a lot of folks been going and getting upset about the left right cheese, ISO, screens, and just very, very heavily offensive centric game styles or game modes. And a lot of people want to know or been wondering, like, which one is the best one, or which one is the more OP one, I should say. ISO and people stand in the corner, or screens and then people hit you with the left right cheese. As you can see, we're gonna be dropping a tutorial on how to guard this left right cheese with screens. It's not that hard, but it does take a lot of teamwork, and you need a third that can go sideline to sideline. And we're gonna get that out and break that down for the LDG game in regards of helping you guys improve your defense, because you guys got to get right on the defensive end. But let's talk about these screens first and foremost, the brick wallers. In my opinion, I truly feel like screens in general are just crazy. 2K Labs already did a report, and they talked about how screens are like, you're 50% likely to hit a screen the higher your brick wall is. Let that sink in. That means out of two screens, you're going to get hit with one of them things. That's a 50% chance, and it goes higher the higher it goes. So the thing is, with the screens, it warps you into them as well too. I know a lot of people say strength, but look, when you get screened, you're gonna warp. You can be not even close, but if you're in a vicinity or somewhere, people will hold the screens. I still believe that it needs to be a cooldown game. You need a cooldown. You need to be able to not be able to just screen. Just like I don't truly feel like people should be able to spam. And we're going to get into a big issue as to why the offense is so overpowered or overpowering. I'm going to be doing a video on that, on a breakdown, to let y'all know why people are able to dribble for so long in NBA 2K22 current and next gen, and why the defense is at a disadvantage. I'm going to give y'all that and break that down, because there's science and mathematics to why we struggle on defense sometimes. Not saying you can't play defense, but the ability that the offense get is more than the ability that the defender get, and we'll get into that as well this week coming on Thursday. But with the screens, it's crazy. All right, using the screens is OP. Like, they just continue to abuse them, and in my opinion, that's how you like to play. That's how you like to play. You just gotta adapt. Now, moving on to the left right cheese, aka ISO, or whatever the case may be. We'll talk about the both in a second. But the left right cheese in this game, again, offense is very overpowering. You can stop on a dime and just go without no stopping of your speed, no stopping of your momentum. Whereas defense, I'm going to break that down. Wait till that video, because y'all need to see why the offense is so overpowering, because there's mechanics in the game that hinders us in a defensively way. And I think it's to do that, because if they didn't, then offense would not score. I'm just telling the truth. They would not score if they didn't have that mechanic in the game. It'd be damn near literally impossible to score a basket, but they have that mechanic in the game to create the opportunity of getting open. But I'm gonna break that down, because y'all need to really see why the defense is really at a disadvantage in 2K next gen. But let's talk about this left right cheese. Now, the left right cheese is OP. The ISO is OP, and the speed boosting is OP. We know that. Can it be stopped? Of course. All of this stuff can be stopped. Everything can be stopped. Can you do it individually? It's hard as hell to try to stop these guys individually. A lot of times you're going to need some team efforts, and we're going to break that down, and I'm going to do the best I can to help you guys. But you got to have a certain build, and you got to have certain play styles, and you got to have a certain person with certain attributes out here to help with y'all. Like, I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Putting a big man out there is like putting your girl out there in front of Drake and seeing if she gonna give him her number or whatever the case may be. But the left right cheese is crazy and it's OP. And imagine having to guard both, because a lot of people are not just doing one or the other. They're not doing one or the other. At the end of the day, they're doing a little bit of both. You got the screens, one possession, then you got the left right cheese. Then you got the left right cheese with the screens. Then you got the ISO with the speed boost. Then it's never ending. And so my comment on which one is better and which one is more OP is just, at the end of the day, preference. How do you like to play is how do you like to play. Again, this game don't take no skill to score. This game don't take no skill to get open if you know what you're doing. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get locked in and get clamped. But I don't care who you are. When you play against one of these dribble gods and these dribble elitists, it's super duper hard to play them ISO and play them one-on-one because of the mechanic that I'm going to break down. So you guys want to be sure to pay attention to that breakdown. But trust and believe, I'm going to show you why it is crazy OP and why offenses will forever, until they fix this, forever have the advantage on the defensive end. But trying to guard both of those, the screens, the ISO, the speed boost, it's tough. It's tough. But saying somebody is whack or boring because of their play style, I don't agree to all that. Look, how you play the game, how you play the game, how you win the game, and how you win the game. Look, we all know a lot of comp players, they just left right cheese and they speed boost you to death. We just know what it is. So at the end of the day, they can be good at the game. They can consider themselves good at the game, but it's just what it is. They left right to the death and they speed boost you to death, and then they end up beating you, and then they text you and say you trash and call themselves good. Or you got the people who do a little bit of both and they left right cheese you to death and they just speed boost you. It's just ridiculous. Now, let me tell you the combat of how to stop this and what 2K can do to help defense. I'm not saying buff pickpocket. I'm not saying that. What I truly believe 2K needs to do is they need to have some kind of consequence for these offensive players. There's no consequence for them out here just dribbling. There's no problem with them coming out here and just dribbling all day. You don't lose the ball. You can literally go through people's bodies after bodies. That ball will stick to you like glue. And that's the real issue with the game, is that they're allowing dribblers to have no fear. And if you give a dribble guy no fear with a limited stamina, the sky is endless. I don't care how good your defense is, and I'm a good defender. You're not going to be able to cover somebody for that long, because that, you know what's going to happen? You're going to lose stamina before they lose stamina. And we'll get into that. But it's a major issue. It's a major problem with the game, and it's a major disadvantage with the mechanics of the game. What I truly feel 2K needs to do, I don't care if you got handled for days on Hall of Fame. I don't care what badges you got. Basketball is basketball. You cannot dribble for 20 seconds and still have the ability to get a good shot because you know how to cheese and utilize certain moves that don't drain a lot of stamina. And that is going to be crucial. I'm telling y'all, stay tuned on Thursday. It's going to be lit. And so at the end of the day, when you ask me which one is better, I think both of them are useful. I think both of them are OP. And I think depending on the player would determine how well you can dominate and utilize these moves. And again, if you play good team defense, you can compete, but you gotta have the right builds to compete. Because if you don't have the right builds, you're going to be in trouble. Because a lot of times, and we'll break this down too coming soon, is that it's a numbers game. Comp players play a certain way. Their goal is to get threes and to make you shoot twos and then take advantage of the points and the score and the differentiations of the points at the end of the day. If I got 3 and you get 2 and I keep scoring threes, and I'm not stopping you, but I'm getting threes every time, I'm going to beat you based by numbers. And so it's a numbers game, and we'll get into that. But at the end of the day, I think 2K needs to do some major adjustment to the stamina of these dribblers. I really do feel that way. I think they need to nerf the stamina and stop letting these dudes just over dribble, man. It's getting to the point where it's not even about the clips. It's just like, yo, look at this dude dribble for damn near all that time, and then he shoots that horrible shot. But then he gets the ball back and he's running. You got to think about it. He's running in turbo, and he still got a whole bunch of stamina left over. And on defense, we are losing a lot of stamina. So be sure to check out that video on Thursday as to why the offense is so OP and why the defense will never be able to keep up with NBA 2K. And I'll break that down. But at the end of the day, whatever style you like to play, screens or left, right, cheese, you choose. Is based on you. Maybe even do both. But some games will require you to do a little bit of both. But I just say try to do some dribble moves. I would respect that if you're doing some dribble moves rather than I played against some kids that just literally just run left, right. They don't do no moves. They just literally run left and right, and that's it. It's annoying. It's annoying. But that's all we got for y'all today. We about to stream it in just a few. Live life stress, let you rock and one the best. Without God, my life would be a mess. Always remember to have faith, hope, and love. 2K, we just want balance for both parties. All right? It's your boy Bay. Peace.